What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? It is finally time to start videos for 2026. We are back with Metaphor Refantazio. Oh boy, how's everyone's new year going? To answer the burning question that I'm sure you all have, well, AJ, how's your 2026 going? Oh, it's fucking fabulous right now. My chair broke. So I'm sitting on a chair that, what is it? You know how like desk chairs, you can raise or lower them. Yeah, that broke. So now my chair's at its lowest setting. So my back hurts. I feel like I'm squatting at my desk because I'm like probably 4 inches lower than I actually should be to be comfortable. My fucking portable drive had I don't know what the hell happened to it because all of my video files got moved to all the corners of the different folders on that thing instead of the actual editing folder that they're supposed to be in. I lost like 4 hours of footage for Vampire the Masquerade, which that game, because the developers made the brilliant decision not to let you have multiple save files. It's just one continuous file. So my choice is just abandon the series, which is what I'm leaning to, or go back and play from the very beginning back, and I just don't want to deal with it again. That game was fun. I enjoy it, but God, if the frame rate was actually steady, the combat would be better. I really don't like how they got away from the solid RPG mechanics of the first game into this loose, modern RPG slop that we have nowadays, where you can't have a class. Everything's about mixing classes. You have to you can get all the powers no matter what class you choose to start as. No, I start as something that locks me out of other shit. That's how it should be. That's how RPGs work. Ugh, I miss those. Again, like I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here ranting because I'm frustrated. It's 2 in the morning. I should probably go to bed. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's. I'm like I'm trying to think, man. I used to love like the old BioWare games. And I'm not just talking Mass Effect because I fucking love Mass Effect. But Mass Effect. Dragon Age. Oh my god, Knights of the Old Republic. Again, with how all those games worked, you picked your class at the beginning, and you had certain things you were good at, certain skills, and then you continuously specialized within that class, and then you bring in other characters who are the other classes, and then you can build out your party to actually fit the fucking game. Nowadays, so like you go to Mass Effect Andromeda or other modern RPGs, it's always, oh no, now you can have this like weird hybrid class so you can really tailor make your role play. Like, fuck you. That's not fun. I should have to be extremely granular with how things work. I don't like it. Okay, I feel better now that I've sat here and bitched. Let's talk about Metaphor. We are back here on Luis's ship. We're gonna knock out all of our little make our way to his chambers so that we can gain access to the spell formula to help the prince. Which, I gotta say, this, I still really like this, this structure, because it breaks up the usual palace. Again, this is the team behind the Persona games, so I say the palaces, I'm trying to think what they were back in the day. The palaces, Tartarus, the Midnight Channel, all, whatever you want to call them. It breaks up that sort of infiltrate, find your way to the boss, blah, blah, blah. That's, I love that stuff. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
But what I like about this game is that the that again, it kind of goes with Persona 5, where, you know, you make your infiltration, you get your route, etc., etc., then you have the boss fight at the end of the month, or end of the time period, whatever. But what this section does, it actually kind of has to, it makes you have to think about, okay, so you have this first guy, and then you have a fork, and then you pick which enemy you want to fight, you want to face based on what their strengths and weaknesses are. You build your party around those specific little mini bosses. So it's like a series of mini bosses, and there's not like a lot of dungeon in between them. It just gives it a completely different feel. I'm sorry if I'm rambling and I'm making no goddamn sense right now. Did I mention it's 2 in the morning? But, yeah, I really like this concept.
What do you think?
By the way, we're going to knock out the whole infiltration in this video. The next, I want to say 2 videos, I do believe, are all, excuse me, are all hanging out with the different contacts and whatnot. Not 100% sure if I'm going to do commentary for those videos. If you want to hear me just sit and bullshit, which is probably just going to be a lot of rambling and just talking about whatever, tell me in the comments of this one. You know, I'll give you guys a little bit before I make the decision, but, you know, frankly, for those videos where it's just like there's not a lot to comment on, I feel bad wasting your time of having me sit here and just shoot the shit, just saying nothing while just stuff is playing for you to read. You know, I actually like to talk about the game when there's something to talk about. I say that as I am the master of going off on random ass tangents. So yeah, that's my, just tell me what you want for the next 2 videos, by the way. You know, would you rather me sit here and talk with you guys, or, you know, are you fine with just watch, you know, if you would like to watch the, I'm gonna call them the social links or whatever, confidants, whatever the hell they are in this game. So yeah, what you saw there, you in between these different mini bosses, we actually get to go on like this little spy mission of sneak up behind the guards and smack them in the neck. It's silly, and I think it was unnecessary, but I kind of like it. I like its silliness.
Ready? Right.
Gonna take a moment here to. I was wondering, could I run down there and maybe grab items or something?
Ready?
So yeah, but what I did there, I got our party set up the way I want for this boss fight. Yeah, there's something else I wanted to say.
No. What's the meaning of this? Come again? What's this? What? You there?
Right. Let's do it.
Draw and have at me.
We're in deep trouble if we let him call his...
Now, show it.
I'll use what I must.
Commander! Maybe not.
I think I brought the commander to the wrong fight in this one. Granted, Fiery Strike can cause burn, so because with this guy, the whole point is to cause poison and burn and status effects. I think I built out the commander for the next the next guy that we fight, because the next guy that we fight is drops magic or physical shields.
I must.
And the commander's got a cool effect where where he can get rid of those specific abilities.
Prepare yourself.
I will say this: I have
Take this.
it is something that we'll do in the next couple videos. I actually went out and explored a little bit because there was another gauntlet runner on the map, so I was like, "Hey, you know what? Let's go trigger the encounter with that gauntlet runner."
Holding back.
And so, you know, we meet another one of the people who's in the tournament for the throne, but we also got the fun of I did just a little grinding at one of the dungeons,
Let me help.
and I played around with is it the Faker? It's a class where the archetype or whatever that
Prepare yourself.
the apparition or whatever that shows up behind you is is kind of like a Harlequin clown. It's a cool concept. It is a weird class, but I kind of like it. It's really random. Like, it has moves that will...
That'll do.
It has a move that will do damage. I think it does damage. But it'll say, oh, hey, you can end up with 1 to 3 actions. You'll end up with... You know, so it'll just give you... It'll either give you more actions or less actions. It'll maybe cause status effects. It's like I said, it's a real, like... It's a very much... It's a gamble kind of thing, which is the whole gimmick. But as I was playing it, I'm like, I actually like this a lot more than I thought, like, than the description says. It's kind of like the merchant class, where you spend gold to do damage. I like it a lot more than I thought I would.
Nice.
And I'll even say this: I think they do something really interesting, where we'll get to it when we get to the end of this arc. When we get we do the final boss of this section, and we get the new companion. The archetype that she brings in, super cool. It has a really interesting gimmick. I haven't played around with it yet because I've gotten pretty much to the end of that section, but it has a really interesting gimmick that I'm really excited to play around with.
Pushing forward.
Little foreshadowing there, shall we say?
Here. Here.
All right.
Fascinating. Do make yourself at home.
Could have sworn I cut this out.
Please, do not.
Oh, that's what I was doing right. I was kind of testing something. I was like, wait, do I have to... I'm trying to think how to phrase this. My
You'll come
question
again,
was, do I just... does it count just for studying the archetypes with the main character, or does it also count for all the archetypes that I study with the other characters for the study 15 different archetypes? I think it is just the total archetypes between all the characters, but they have to be the separate archetypes. So if all the characters unlock the warrior, it doesn't count to the total number. I think that's what I was doing at that moment. Like I said, I thought I cut that. Editing mistake on my part. My bad.
Got a sec?
Truth is,
Isn't that...
Yeah, this is where I had a problem, because my question was, can you tell me which, like, left or right instead of starboard or port? Like, 'cause I don't know boat speak.
Let's see.
I'm genuinely, I never want to be on a boat. I don't like water. I don't like.
So...
No, I'll take that back. Because I have always said I'm willing to go on a cruise. I would love to go on a cruise, but mostly it's because I just want to go sit around and drink and not be judged for it. But beyond that, you know, it's like because we have friends who have a boat, and you know, my mom and my dad, you know, I'm friends with their kids, and our parents are friends. One of those kind of deals. So multi-generational group of friends. People are like, AJ, you want to come out with us on the boat on a Lake Michigan? I say, fuck no. And everyone's like, why do you not want to come on the boat? My answer is because I think there's sharks in there. And everybody thinks I'm crazy, but you know, the bull shark can survive in fresh water. I played Maneater. I'm half joking. I don't actually think there's sharks in there, but still, fuck no. I do not want to be on the open water. Unless I'm like in a big like city, like cruise ship thing. Beyond that, no. I don't want to be on the water. It scares me. And if anybody's going to ask a question, well, AJ, is it because you can't swim well? No, I have no problem with swimming. My issue is, like I said, it's being on the open water. It scares me. I don't want to do it.
warrior.
Thief.
Ready? We're off. Check this out. Okay? Let's go! Watch out!
Yeah, I was not a fan of this section. Well, also because I feel like those things are buttons, and they are not buttons, but I feel like they should be buttons. But my problem with this is, like, I keep saying, like, I have a problem with this, I don't like this, but I actually do kind of like this section. The top-down thing is both weird, I also kind of love it, because it's a little different. But I also find it very confusing to know where I am and where I'm looking for. Because I'm like, I want to pick up, you know me, I want to pick up all the items. So I was like, but But how do I know where the items are and everything? Because I can't see anything, and I'm confused.
All right.
What?
Stop! Don't move!
But, oh, okay. Well, he's got to be close by. Find him. I was about to say, are they going to do the video game thing where they're like deep into like a restricted area, and it's find him? Oh, I don't know where he went. He must have just left.
Take it.
What? No, that's not what that means. Oh, this place is also built like a maze, which also frustrates me a little bit as a guy who, as I said, wants to just pick up the items.
All right.
Impressive.
All right. Not too shabby. I say you take it. God, that's done. Whoa! Nice! Amazing!
Okay, that is a weird swap in perspective. When you climb up that ladder, and yeah, like that, it goes. It doesn't load into the top down and the regular
Nice!
visual perspective. Instead, it keeps it shifts so naturally. It's an interesting transition. But again, it also makes my brain hurt a little bit. I both love and hate this section. I think it's one of those that I feel like it could have been executed a touch better, but all in all, I love the concept. I think that's my point.
Let's see. Isn't that... Ready? Right.
You know, it's
Yep.
actually pretty interesting that they
Ready?
went this route with these boss fights, because not only did they make these a whole bunch of just like a sequence of mini boss fights, they also had the whole you have to defeat them in 3 turns, almost making it more like a puzzle than anything else. Excuse me, I am sorry. Really dry last couple days.
The truth is,
Yeah, like I was saying though,
What was that?
I love the puzzle aspect of these boss fights. Again, this whole section, I still think from a concept to execution, I think is really well done, and it's something that breaks up the typical expectation for a game like this, especially from these developers, where it's, as much as I love their games, you have to admit their games are fairly formulaic. I also wish this was all voice acted. My headcanon is this guy is the commander who had that dumb mustache from the very beginning of the game. Granted, I know he died at the second area that we were at. He was fed to the human baby monster guy. But I still like to imagine that this guy and that guy are the same person. Because I think they're the same. I think their body is the same model.
I'll drag you before the count myself.
So as I was making dumb jokes, so this is what the commander does. It's very much built around buffs, but also can do this where it can reverse the repels and the shields and everything. The only pain is that you have to get it up to level 20 to be able to get those specific abilities for this fight, which isn't super hard if you're like me and you stockpile the items to boost your archetypes. I generally just don't use them.
I'm counting on you.
This is it!
There's no weakness. Nice moves, Heisman.
Feast your eyes on some real magic.
I'm pretty sure that's the same voice as the commander guy that we had originally. Like, he might be putting on a slightly different accent, but I'm pretty sure it's the same voice.
Shut up and get out of my room.
Hidden hearts!
We'll team up. Has my age caught up to me?
A halfway decent result. I didn't know I had it in me.
Impossible.
No.
Yes.
Fear not.
All right.
Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah. Pushing forward. Everything's pretty.
Here.
Look. Wait.
That.
All right.
then
So apparently,
Isn't that?
well,
Understood. We're off. At last. Ah! first.
Okay, odd question. Why is there a window on this store but no others? Why? It almost feels like the reason there's a window on this store is so that we could have that little bit of dialogue. Why? What's the point?
What's this?
Did the audio cut out for anyone else there the last, like... Okay. OBS, man.
Hey. Huh? Hey. No. Hey. Hey. What?
This is bad. Damn it.
Oi!
Wait a minute. There's a fire
Over here.
in the ammunition store. And you go, this is super important. Everybody on me. And just a small group of them. It's a fire in the ammunition store. Two things that shouldn't go together are fire and ammunition. I think that's an all hands on everybody clear the flipping room or evacuate. You know, mostly because well, I'm assuming that, I mean, it's ammunition, so I would believe it would be some sort of gunpowder. Even though they're all using spears. Would it be guns?
Hey.
I don't know. I assume they have, like, cannons or something like... Yeah, they have cannons. So I stand by my statement. Gunpowder explodes around fire. Maybe we deal with that. I love this guy's helmet.
No.
Oh!
Halt!
Huh?
Understand?
I'm not as big a fan of this guy's helmet. I'm not sure if it's the point at the top of it or all of it, but I don't like it. Again, the other guy, like the guy who was supposed to be at this section, I like his. See, I'm really curious about this, because I'd like to do this section again, but go with the other guy at that fork.
I'll handle your
And see if the guy who set up the shields shows up here. Yeah, essentially wondering that if
I'll not say it again.
if it's the other guy that you didn't fight in the as the previous mini boss came to back this guy up. I'm really curious about that.
Right he is. Now brace yourself, you amateur. I'll show you how to handle a real fight.
Why was that little intro voiced, but the whole a whole section before?
They're too quick.
Why was the whole thing before the fight not voiced? I don't get it.
Lightning!
Can't take much more.
The freedom. You won't hold back.
Ties, May? lightning! You hit their weakness!
I shall fuck
That's
me.
your opening, Captain!
Do this.
We'll combine our strength. I call the lightning.
Oh, good.
Keep it up, Stroll!
I'll wipe you out.
Only a flash.
I don't like the change to this game that if you... I'm trying to think how to phrase this. That if you use a skill that's going to hit all the enemies and one of them block it,
I shall vanquish
That's your
evil.
opening, Captain!
The power of lightning.
your turn just ends. I mean, I kind of like the change that, you know, if you miss the attack, you lose multiple turn icons. If you attack into a block, you lose turn icons. Like, I like that concept. I think that's an interesting kind of change to combat that really adds a risk reward, especially just bit my tongue, especially when you are when you don't know what the enemy's weaknesses are, or, you know, it makes boosting hit evasion chances a lot more of a valuable tactic. There we go. I'm really having trouble finding my words here.
I call upon royal power within.
My
Oh, holy
issue is when you attack a group and one of them blocks but one of them is weak to, I think you should get the credit for the weak hit, not the block. Again, they did the same thing for one more in Persona. Again, if you hit everyone and one blocks but one is weak, you get the one more. I think that's how it should go. You have given me expectations, Persona devs. You have to keep them. Otherwise, I get confused, and I don't like being confused. I'm very simple-minded like that.
Ha! I have never known such heights.
Yes!
Got it.
All right. Let's go!
Ah!
All right!
Well, yeah, guards are gonna start coming back after you know, called in all those false alarms. I also have one big gripe about the way they did this section of the game, because we were we were trying to take out all of these little mini bosses to get key cards to get higher level access to the different sections of the ship. Okay, makes perfect sense. But it doesn't make sense that we would be trying to gain access ahead of time before this big party. Like, we should have done this all on the day of. And my reasoning for that is because we still have like 2 weeks to the party, and we have gotten the card access to Luis's room. But all of those guys that we took out, we didn't kill them. Like, they've seen our faces. They know we took their keys. And let's say they're embarrassed and don't want to say how they were beaten so easily by this group. Okay.
Indeed.
They still would have said something, like, wouldn't you still been able to say, well, I lost the key, something the key was damaged or whatever, and then they'd have to, like, change the locks? Like, that is my one problem, and I could totally see somebody having a big issue and saying it completely breaks this section of the game. And I think that would be a very fair bit of critique.
I got this.
Oops.
keep going forward. We won't hesitate.
Even so,
Yep.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Alright guys, we're getting to the end of this one here, so I'm going to say, as always, please remember to like, comment if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for more next time. Backup channel is down in the description below in the event that anything ever happens to this YouTube channel. I want to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have had a good start to 2026, and hope you all are going to have a good whole of 2026. Hopefully my start will get a little better. I'm going to try and keep up to the 2 videos a day that I try to make, but over the next couple days, just give me a little bit, just in case. I'm working on getting a new chair. If your question is, AJ, it's a chair. It's not hard to get. I know, but then I have to spend money, and I don't like spending money on chairs. So, I'm working as fast as I can while my back is killing me right now. So, thank you for watching, guys. One last time, like, comment, subscribe. Backup channel in the description. Just making sure I said everything. I did. I'll shut up now. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm out.